Hello everybody, my name is Mark. We're back with the Blueprints Day 21. It has now been a full week since we have beaten the game, which feels bad. Our last few runs have been lackluster to say the least. We're getting like maybe one thing accomplished per or even less, which feels kind of bad. So I decided to stop playing last night. But as per usual, I was thinking about the game and I realized we could have potentially solved these music sheets last week, and I really hope that this isn't just gonna like blow up a whole new seam. It might, but I was curious, so I started looking at the music sheets again, and there's bolded words, of course. And if you read the bolded words, I will read them to you right now. It says, first words on the sheets are true message. There's one bolded word per sheet. There are 8 sheets, so 8 words in this message. First words on the sheets are true message. So if you read the first words on each of the music sheets, instead you get a message that says, find among the white trees under 2 stones. So I was like, where are white trees? And then I watched one of my VODs and I came out here when I was checking out the orchard. We must need a shovel. That would make sense. Okay, so we have to come back here with a shovel. I don't know what we're gonna find when we do this, but that is a new lead. I realize we're wasting steps, but I didn't, I guess, piece together that we probably needed a shovel to open that up. So that's one thing. We can also do the chess puzzle below, but that requires us to find a chess piece room of each type, which means we have to find a king room and a queen room, and as far as I know, only the master bedrooms count as that. Maybe, maybe not. But basically what I'm trying to say is they're rare, those rooms, so. And I don't often take them because they're dead ends. So there are possibilities of things to do. One thing we're constantly not doing is using the trading post, and I've heard the trading post is pretty good. I don't know if there's a reason to go in here. It doesn't really seem like it. We'll go in here when we have an item. So, the goals. There's plenty of goals here. In fact, let me pull out my list again. We're gonna add the music sheet puzzle to that list for sure. There are rooms that we haven't done things with. I'm gonna ignore the office safe and the study safe for now because I almost feel like the study safe might involve the secret message with all these drawings. This letter, or this room is always F, apparently. We need to go back to the secret garden and try to open up that exit there. There's like plenty of things. There's stuff in the basement we can do. There's like items we're looking for. We gotta do stuff with the boiler room. There's things. We want to beat the game again. Crazy, I know. Not a great start. I guess we take the hallway, get it out of the pool. Key gem. I was hoping for like an actual item, but okay. Guess we courtyard here. Shovel? Nope, metal detector. Pretty good. I don't remember what we... Did I put magnifying glass back in the commissary? Chat, do you remember this? I might have. I think we take the hallway here for doors. Commissary, storeroom. This is a decent storeroom spot, I think. Get it out of the pool. I do think it's better to explore the lower ranks first, so we'll go back. Probably just take the corridor here. Not ideal. Sometimes I feel like I'm blind. They are hidden pretty well. These metal detector objects. These are keys. This is a key with library, but it'll be a dead end. There's a chance this is not a dead end, but it could be a dead end. We can take a reading nook later. It's a common room. $10. Okay. 13, 3, 9, 3. 1 squared is 1. Times 10 is 10. Times 3 is 30. Times 15, or divided by 15 is 2, right? Yeah. 22 total. Minus 18 is 4. And then you square that is 16. And hey, we got the secret garden key. So maybe we can make something happen. I feel like that this key is more rare than it should be. I don't know. We could take some dead ends here. I kind of want to save the den for the door. We could do the commissary. We have a lot of gems and money. It kind of sucks that this is a dead end, but like, how often do we come back to the commissary after our initial purchase? Not usually. And like I said, I believe we have the magnifying glass in here. No, we had metal detector in here, and it was only 5. Why is key only 5? Oh, because it's on sale. Everything's on sale right now. I feel like a 5 key is crazy value. And I almost want to buy more, but... Okay, so maybe we will come back here. I kind of regret putting the metal detector in the shop now. But that's how it goes usually, I guess. Okay, I guess we can remember if we need gems or keys or feet, we can always go back to the commissary. Okay, we need to start making things happen, doorway-wise. We have 2 doors left. Hallway's decent. Could do chapel as well. Let's just do hallway. I think having 3 hallways per day is actually decent, but anything more than that, it gets a little sketchy. I like the Reading Nook library, but it really complicates how the map is done, because it becomes like a winding passage. We have a lot of keys, so let's use one here. This might be a mistake, but... Hey, keycard. I wonder if that keycard is in there, or if it gets generated when you open it up. Because it's like the type of thing where, like, if you don't open that, does that mean you're not going to get a keycard ever? This is decent. I like the library into dead end here. Got an apple. Okay, this is the very first book. Lord Evanson. I'll put this in the book tab. Taking a screenshot. So Anne Babbage in 82, Lord Evanson 5 years later, M. Laurie. So these are friends of Lord Evanson and M. Laurie are friends of the Baron. And then a year later, Simon P. Jones. A Modest Account of Our Town by Sir Andrew Darrell. So Reddington is a town. Introduction. The 3rd largest city in Fen Aries, the site of its former capital, Reddington is synonymous with mountains, mystery, and magic. Most tourists head straight for the boardwalk and don't get much further than the Botanical Garden. However, Reddington has much more to offer. Spectacular scenery, a historic castle, and charming underground bazaar reward visitors who wish to explore further. Reddington is that type of unique, enchanting place that lingers in your mind and memories long after you leave her. Take a screenshot of that. The Botanical Gardens. Reddington's most popular attraction and a guaranteed crowd pleaser, the Botanical Gardens is loved by both locals and visitors for its Audouin canopy house and mausoleum. Its petal-covered trails and mind-boggling variety of flowers. This is the reason springtime is Reddington's busy season. Situated just east of town, the Botanical Gardens offer a scenic and captivating tableau of natural countryside. A cobblestone trail meanders past over 1,000 species of tropical plants, each remarkable in its own right, yet even more stunning set against the spectacular backdrop of the Redington Mountains. Allow yourself at least an hour to indulge in this picturesque walk, which concludes at Mainway Station. And then we have Ilex X Meservier. I don't know how this is pronounced. I didn't really take biology. A specimen of holly unique to Redington's mountains. Featherfall Keep. You'll find sitting at the base of Mount Perma, Redington's second highest summit, a historic site described by scholars as significantly important to the realm's past. Featherfall Keep, the former home of Lord William Epson, that's like great-grandfather, I believe. Yeah, because Clara Epson, that's Clara Epson's father, and she's grandma, right? Yeah. Has until recently always been a private residence, serving as a family home to the Epsons since before the Third Era. After the death of Lord Epson, his oldest son Lionel Epson, so that's uncle, like great uncle Lionel, I guess, left the estate never to return. However, the daughter stayed, maintaining the residence and the staff until her marriage in 1951. Sorry. At that point, Featherfall Keep ceased to be a family residence. It began operating as a historic house museum and tourist attraction, and the estate was designated a National Historic Landmark in 1972. It is believed by many that Featherfall was built by the first king of Orinda Aries when Redington was still the capital. However, surface documents containing conflicting dates have recently cast some doubt on the long-standing myth. So, Redington used to be the capital of this country. And Featherfall here apparently apparently the idea that it was built by the first king of Orinda Aries is apparently in doubt, which means that perhaps another castle he built was the first king or the first castle of Orinda Aries. You may also notice the base of Mount Perma, Redington's second highest summit. So what about Redington's highest mountain? Well, that would be Mount Holly, would it not? So I think basically what I'm getting at here is the first king of Orinda Aries is like great grandfather from like 500 years ago or something. And Baron Sinclair knows this, and he's trying to show Simon and well, I don't know if I think Baron would know this, but I don't know if there was a reason why he didn't, well, obviously the reason is he would have to go against the whole country. The country of Fen Aries doesn't believe that Orinda Aries is a thing. Orinda Aries, actually I should write that down because this is the first time we've seen the name Orinda Aries that wasn't like censored or whatever, I don't think. Because they are the ones with the weird symbol that I struggle to describe as their country symbol. Because again, Fen Aries uses the pentagon as its symbol, and then every other country has their own symbol as well, including like an arc and a diamond, among others. And then Orinda Aries is a lost country, which had its own symbol, which we've seen in the basement of the estate. Anyway, Trinsdale Lake. Close your eyes and imagine tranquil, serene stillness, rolling fogs, clear water, and gliding swans. In the midst of all that beauty sits Trinsdale Lake, one of Fen Aries' premier vacation destinations, exclusive for its more privileged citizens. The lakeside resort and the cabins have been frequently frequented by royalty and the realm's gentry for generations. However, on the southern shore of the lake, tourists are free to enjoy the views and rub elbows with the rich and famous in the 100 Bells Tea Room, which is open to the general public for lunch on Mondays and Fridays. But otherwise not. So if it's not lunchtime on Mondays and Fridays, the general public are not allowed there. We have seen the 100 Bells Tea Room mentioned a few times. This is the last place our mother has been seen, Marion Marigold. And I believe it was like Friday at 5 p.m. or something like that is when she had a meeting there. So anyone she was meeting was not like part of the general public. They were like nobility or some sort of gentry. Mount Holly, at an elevation of 11,220 feet, Mount Holly is the tallest mountain in the Redington Range and the highest peak in the entire realm. I didn't realize that. I thought there would probably be a bigger mountain in Chevron country, which I can't remember the name of. Starts with a C, I think. Beyond the physical challenge itself, climbing Mount Holly Trail is a beautiful experience and one that many hikers and explorers want to at least once. It's only a few hours from Redington to get to the trailhead, and you won't need any local guides or special gear if you want to tackle the trail during the summer season. However, those willing to give this mountain a significant amount of planning and research will be greatly rewarded whether or not they actually summit. On the opposite side of the peak, far from the trail, rests the estate of Mount Holly, nestled between the summit's northern slope and saddle. Far from the trail, opposite side of the peak. This 80-acre mountain residence is almost as old as Redington itself. However, unlike Featherfall Keep, the property has been completely private since the closing of Mount Holly Schoolhouse in '66. Still, hikers will be able to appreciate the house's unique architecture at a distance from one of the trail's many northern-facing overlooks. Interesting. So it has been completely private. It says this residence is almost as old as Redington itself. However, unlike Featherfall Keep, has been completely private. So let's go back to Featherfall Keep real quick. Has recently always been a private residence, serving as a family home. It's still believed that by many that Featherfall was built by the first king of Orinda Aries when Redington was still the capital. So they're saying it's as old as Redington itself, and Redington is very old. It's older than the country of Fen Aries itself. So this is further, like, it's subtly confirming my theory that while this estate of Mount Holly might have been like redesigned a few times since then, obviously this is like modern architecture. It's not like a castle here, right? I think we're building upon the ancient castle of Orinda Aries. And that's why when we go into the basement, we see like a whole new architecture. The miners are talking about like archways that they would not know how to have made or whatever. There was some sort of reference to that. We'll go back to the basement in time, I'm sure. The Mainway Station Bazaar. For the sentimental tourists wishing to pick up a souvenir to remember their stay, one might try braving the Mainway Station Bazaar, but don't be too hasty. Without proper guidance, the Mainway Station can be a dangerous place. Located underground, this unique marketplace was once Redington's Central Railway Station in a time when the realm's trains were still in service. Now the turnstiles, footbridge, and platform have been appropriated and turned into a cavern of tents and torches. Whether you're bargain hunting, looking for adventure, or finding a memento to commemorate your visit, the Mainway Station Bazaar will be a worthy conclusion to your sightseeing adventure in Redington. Interesting. So Fen Aries doesn't use railway, but perhaps the country beforehand, Orinda Aries we'll call it, even though there might be a couple different countries before. There was like times of transition, it seemed like. Anyway, instead of using trains, they have rebuked the trains and turned the station into a bazaar. Because it seems like they just don't use trains. In a time when the realm's trains were still in service. Like, it's talking about the whole realm, the whole country doesn't use trains anymore. It seems. So what do they use, is the question. Oh. This is a nice little map here. I love maps. Got the Aries River, Burrow's End, 100 Bells, Angel Tower, Trinsdale Lake, I guess is this. Mount Perma, where Featherfall Keep is, Redington, and then Mount Holly south of it. I was trying... Is this... There's no compass, so we don't know if this is north-south accurate. Botanical Gardens. It did mention Botanical Gardens. It is east. Mainway Station Bazaar. Okay, so I expected 100 Bells to be in the city. Right, it's on Lake Trinsdale. Okay. Yeah, maybe when we go outside again, I'll have to investigate the views a little bit more. I'm curious, because apparently Mount Holly is south of Redington. But you'd be able to see the house architecture from one of the many north-facing overlooks. Opposite side of the peak, far from the trail. So it's like, it's hidden over here, I think, is what it's trying to say, the house. Not a lot of people know, or it's not like a huge attraction, but you can see it. Okay. Hey, I expected this to be pretty basic, but they actually gave us some decent info here. But I think they only gave us decent info in the fact that we have context of learning about the other countries already. Because if I just read this book first, I'd have been like, whatever. This doesn't apply to anything. I feel like that might be the case anyway. Early study. And it's free. I don't know if it's always free, but it's free this time. And it's a dead end. We don't need the keys. Observatory's good. Study's amazing, though, if you can make something happen. Any reason to go inside? There is a map. There's a map on the table. Okay. Oh. Key in the corner. Is this the king piece? I never remember. I believe this is the king piece. I'm gonna Google it. King piece chess. No, the king has the crown. Or sorry, the king has like a cross on top of his head. What about the queen then? That's what this is, right? Yes, this would be the queen. Okay, so we're looking for like master bedroom because I think everything else is actually pretty easy to find. Well, I shouldn't say easy to find. I'm also like, should I be noting these drawings now? The problem is, A, I'm worried I'm trying to do too much at once. Well, I guess that's basically the main problem, but I'd also have to do a full house to make that happen. Whereas the chess piece puzzle doesn't seem like it has to be a full house. Also, we need a shovel. Don't forget that aspect. We need to go back outside with a shovel. Okay, I was gonna say big doors, big doors. We got it. We can also redraw, so these gems are even more value now. The treasure is along this western edge, so let's see if we can get that perhaps. I believe it's going to be one north of the parlor here if we put a parlor there. We don't need the keys. I think we take the parlor for more gem econ, and then we can get another dead end right here as well. The gems are in the black box. It is blank. The gems are in a box with a statement. If this is true, then this has to be false, which means it's in this. If this is false, then this is true, which means it has to be in blue. We can't do the true-false test here. If this is true, then this has to be false. Which means it's in the blue box. If this is false, and then the gems have to be in here, which means this is also false. So that doesn't actually make sense. So it has to be in the blue box, because this is false and this is true. Blue box. Did I do it? I'm getting less and less sure, but I'm still like 90% sure that I got it right here. I've yet to fail the parlor. We take the mailroom probably. Boudoir is very good too, and it's a gem. What's in the mailroom package though? You know what I mean? Let's take it. It could even be a shovel. Although I kind of doubt it now that I'm looking at the size of the package. Lockpick kit and a brass compass. Not terrible. In fact, maybe even, dare I say, good. Not much else going on here. I worry that I should be like taking note of all these drawings we see now. Honestly, if we get to a full house and I'm considering doing that puzzle, I'm more likely to pause the video, go watch back the video, look in every single room, coat and cot, and then decipher it on my own time rather than force y'all to sit through it. I think this is good chapel. We need doors. And then we don't go into it unless we really have to, so we go back down south. Steps are getting not low, but like, you know, we should start being aware of our steppage soon. We're pretty close to the exit too, which is nice. Like, this has been a decently, I guess unless we want to go to the study again, it's been decently laid out. None of these is a door, actually, technically. So we could redraw. We have 9 gems. Let's redraw once. Spare bedroom. It's kind of more what I was looking for here. Nothing inside. We're using it for the door anyway. Let me think here. We have bananas in the commissary. Again, another area that if we want to go back to, it's actually kind of annoying, but it's not too bad. Dining room door. Do we rebuke the door and just take nursery so we don't see it again? Because this is a decent dead end spot. The problem is we're going to have to go, obviously we're going to have to go back to chapel. I was thinking, like, do we want to go back and buy anything from commissary? And the answer is, like, bananas, but that only becomes more value if we have coupons or salt. If we had coupons and salt, that would go crazy hard. Is that a... There's an item here for sure. Is that a lucky rabbit's foot? It is. Okay, maybe we'll find the shovel sooner rather than later then. We need to find a green room, probably. Okay, we go back through the hallways. And now any bedrooms we take are more value. And then into the chapel, where we're going to waste some money. There is a gem here. The chapel is a bishop room. This is decent passageway potential. Like, it's right in the center of the map. Like, we need doors. This is great. With 6 gems left over, I don't see why not. What's over here? Again, we don't want to have to exit and re-enter this place more than we have to. But it seems like we will be, no matter what. This chapel is probably going to bleed us a little bit. Guest bedroom? We don't need the doors. And I don't want to re-roll. We got a magnifying glass. Okay, so now if we can get workshop, we can finally have that flame item again. Not that I know necessarily what we're doing with it. Ooh, there's a key right there I almost missed. So that was a pretty big guest bedroom. Once again, paying our tithe to the chapel. Oh, okay, so these candles we can light and something happens here. Man. Kind of sucks that I feel like we have to rely on a lot of particular items now. Not a lot of them, but some. Again, I don't know what we're doing with the passageway when it comes to, like, the drawing room stuff. Secret passage. Secret passage into green room, probably. We want to enter. Can't see if there's loot because it's in the corner over there. What else do we got? The pool, dining room. Dining room's good doors, and we're not too far from rank 8. Probably dining room. Oh yeah, we got the lunchbox. I forgot about that. Well, what about up here? Secret garden key. Let's go green room. We've not seen any green rooms this time, except for courtyard. Big aquarium, I think. I was hoping for a shovel in the green room. Walk-in closet, because it's dead end. Sleep mask, a couple gems. And salt shaker. Okay, so banana value in the commissary is much higher. Secret garden key, which is doors. Sledgehammer. It's nice. Would prefer shovel. But I guess beggars can't be choosers. Okay, at the very least, we have a door open to the antechamber. This is the second most difficult door to get to, I think, in my current run. So, okay, we're facing north, and that's when we see Mount Holly over there. Okay. Yeah, we're like nestled in between. Not that I can see much outside, but... yeah, I don't know, man. Feels like I'm missing something here. There's clearly a passageway right here. And this was like hardly a puzzle in the first place. All we had to do was point all the arrows in the same direction. And one of the arrows was already pointing west. For some reason I had the opposite impression, where the entrance of the house was on the southern end, and then going deeper into the house was going north. Unfortunately, I don't know what to do. In regards to that secret. And no one's like, there's been no mention of it or anything, so I really am stumped. We're finally gonna see the master bedroom. Maybe. We could take observatory. I feel like we have to take this, right? Let me think it through a little bit more. How many doors we got? We got 3, 4? With 4 doors, I am okay on taking the master bedroom. We don't need to take coat check until we have an item of value worth storing. We have a couple, you might argue. Oh yeah, the room next to dining room has the treasure map. Let's go master bedroom. This is huge steps. We need this. I'm assuming there's gonna be a king piece in here. Man's got swords. Okay, so we got stuff in here. Let's work our way around. collector's copy of the Morajai box. Fun for the family. I didn't know that's what these were called. Morajai boxes were a popular fad in the early 30s among both the peerage and common crowds. These small mechanical puzzle boxes originated on the island of Morajai as a children's game, but quickly gained popularity among seafarers who valued the compact boxes of both lockbox and entertainment on long voyages. Over time, the boxes spread from port to port and eventually found their way into the homes and hearts of every realm. Traditional Morajai box is distinguished by a lid featuring a 3x3 grid of white and gray tiles. Each white tile can be pressed like a button, which will change the color of that tile in the surrounding squares. The goal of each box is to find a way to make all the four corner tiles into white squares. These simple rules evolved as the game spread across the world. Regional variations introduced new colors and mechanics, offering greater challenges and local flavor. While the fad may have ended, Morajai boxes still make for a memorable gift for both collectors and puzzle enthusiasts. Okay, I didn't quite notice until now, but these Morajai boxes had country symbols on them. I believe this is the country symbol of Morajai. So it would make sense that this one is actually a Morajai box. I'll put this in the country lore. Is that it? Yeah, I feel like this is probably one of the easiest ones to get. They expected me to come into this room a lot earlier. Copy of the Red Prince. To my encouraging uncle, who opened many doors for me, ever grateful, Mary. P.S. They made me change the ending, of course, as you predicted. Making sure it's exactly the same. Oops. That's it. So it wasn't like a pre-edition first to copy or something like that. What did I just say? Pre-edition first to copy? I'm sorry. It's still pretty early is my excuse. Got some mail. Herb. The controls for the foundation foundation elevator are located behind the foundation wall. This means controls can only be accessed by another room adjacent to the foundation. Unclear if this is the security feature or a flaw. Please advise. Can I not go through my uncle's mail here? There's definitely more letters there. How long is this video? I should have probably ate before I did this. Simon, I never intended to finish writing this letter, but now you must know the... Simon, I never intended to finish writing this letter, but now you must know that... What? Simon, I never intended to finish... I'm sorry. Huh. Nothing else? I hate how there's like a piece of a map here, but I can't actually see it. It won't let me see it. Kind of hate to say it, but I feel like I need to take a break. So I'm going to do that. Apologies, I guess I'm going to edit this video. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, we're back. Turns out if you drink the night before, wake up, immediately play a video game, and don't eat, and only drink coffee, turns out it's not the best for you, probably. Simon, I never intended to finish writing this letter, but now you must know that... Sorry. I just find that funny. Also, why does he have two cannons stationed at his bed? Facing the corners, too. Like, not facing the door. If it was facing the door, it makes sense. Also, we see this crest here for the first time in a while. It's the first time we've seen this crest since the wine cellar, in particular. Also, it does seem like one of the family trees, maybe it's the Sinclair family, has, like, I guess this is a holly berry? Is that a thing? Am I just thinking of the name Halle Berry? Holly berry plant. It is. It is precisely that, in fact. So I would believe that this is the Sinclair family, and then Epson family perhaps is the swan. We got Plain and Pain here. Not much else going on here. It wasn't a complete waste. Again, we got a new room here. There's no chess piece. I can't help but notice. Is there a chess piece? Why is there no chess piece? Also, there's a picture over here. I don't know if we looked at this. Aww. Little baby Simon with Martin paw. That's cute. Simon likes trains. Almost missed this, but there's not a whole lot here. Just kind of picture your mom. The dad doesn't... Whoa, this man's got tons of pillows. I guess that's what happens when you have money. It's like an odd number of pillows too, isn't it? We got 5 white pillows and 5 purple pillows, I guess, plus a big body pillow in the back. Crazy. Not really. I'm kind of upset there's no chess piece in here. I just had to assume there would be. Rip. So is this my bedroom now? I guess it is, eh? Well, I guess we go this way instead. I was just thinking we probably want to take more laboratories. We don't need the door there. Bedroom's good too, though. We want some experiments. Especially because we have mailroom. If we can get a mailroom experiment right now, that might be okay. And we do have a key card, right? What do we got going on here? Yeah. Spread dirt on the driveway. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways. Permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. Whenever you draft a shop, next 3 times you open a lunk truck. Each time you unlock or bypass the security door. I think we tried security door again. Because there's one right there, and we have the key card. We do not. Oh, we do. I was looking at the lockpick. We do. So theoretically, this could be like 6 procs, whereas the shop is probably a little less than that. And this is only guaranteed 3, or at most 3. Each time you unlock or bypass security door, gain 1 key for every 2 hallways, or permanently add 1 gold. How many hallways do we have? We have 6. So we'll get 3 keys. Does feel like we've been struggling with keys lately. And we just got an allowance up. Let's try this. Give us some keys every time we open up a key card. This seems good. We got tons of steps now too. Big doors. Well, we have to take this dark room, I think. We could redraw, but it's no big deal. Rude. Try to see if there's like items, if you can pick them up while it's dark. I'm assuming you can, but... Gotta go back to the dining room at some point. We could turn up security and leave observatory yet again. We do have bedroom synergy now. We have nursery and sleep mask. We don't need the steps. We're probably not going to find a shovel in here. I'm probably not going to find a shovel in any of these. My logic is I want to get rid of one of these more common left turn rooms. I think bedroom makes sense to get rid of right now. car keys, I'm not too interested in. Even with the lockpick kit, we're going through our stuff pretty quickly. I think we get rid of pantry now, just so we don't spend the gem. Man, this lockpick is not proven useful. 101 steps. Let's go observatory, I think. Do we still have that general buff? I think we do. The blessing. That blessing didn't turn out to be too good, though. 1, 2, 3. Actually, this might not be that bad. That said it's a dead end. I mean, no matter what, it's a dead end. I don't remember. The observatory, there's nothing guaranteed. I think we'll have 13 stars. If we do have the general buff, which I think we might... I could go look at the other video. I mean, that's a lot of work for something that doesn't really matter. We don't need the keys. Our observatory is good, but it's not crazy. Let's go lavatory, get it out of the pool. And then we just need one more red room in either this rank or this rank. And we'll get our buff if we have it still. And I don't know if we do. We do. And this would actually be pretty good to get those gems right now. Okay, we don't need to go in there. Get the lavatory out of the pool, worst case as well. Get some more keys here. And hey, there's a red room we're looking for, and we have a lot of steps, so it's not even that big of a deal. This seems okay. And then we don't have to draft out of the dark room. And then now we got our gems. Give them shoes. We can make some stuff happen this run, I think. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Drafting studio, otherwise it's dead end. We could turn off gymnasium dark room. Turn on garage. Doesn't really do anything for us. We want the key cards on as well, so yeah, we take drafting studio, especially with all the gems. This is killing some of our door potential, but it's okay, probably. What day is it? 21. Which means it's the 28th today. Seems correct. I can't believe this is a pawn room. Are you kidding me? We read that. We can add classrooms to the pool. Tomorrow you will start with 1 key for each tomorrow room in your draft today. This is a dead end. It's classroom or clock tower, I think. Casino doesn't intrigue me all that much. The problem with classroom is if this is just going to be grade 1, then what do I care? I've been to grade 1 too many times in my life. The thing is, though, this would help us with future classroom runs, and I am intrigued by that. The clock tower is interesting, for sure. Some runs we feel like we have so many keys, and then others we do not. I don't know. And this doesn't really help with that feeling. It's sporadic. At least classroom is a door. I don't know. I don't feel good about this. A commission blueprint for the Reddington Elementary. These floor plans were deployed in Mount Holly as a short-term solution to allow the curriculum to continue uninterrupted while the new school is being built. I'm not happy with that. I'll be real, but it is what it is. I'm not sure what those ones supposed to be. Paint? Can? Beer? Mug. Which one? What is this supposed to be? What am I missing here? Am I dumb? Pale and ale. Wait, no, it doesn't. Because it's spelled differently. That's tricky. I don't know how I feel about that one. Legitimately, I don't know what this is supposed to be. Maybe we won't be solving that puzzle ever. This one's house and hose. At least that's more obvious. Where am I going? I didn't realize the drafting studio had another door in it, I think. And just like look past this entirely. This will be 4 hallways for tomorrow. We have so many keys. And lockpick. At least that door isn't locked, guaranteed. This is another one that I'm like, what? Oh, planet and plane, probably. Probably should just try to open up all these doors. Okay, so unfortunately I think that's a dead end though. Oh no, it's not. No, it is. It is. That's where the lavatory is. And we can't do the greenhouse, so we can never open through the gymnasium. We have to go to the left side if we want to try to win today. Oh, it actually did open. Okay, so this is dead end here. Actually, we saw the drafting studio today, so we theoretically know the route here. But I don't remember. Oh, it's right here. We can go look. Okay, so not the center doors. Nice. We still need a workshop. And a shovel. I guess we kind of wasted a key there. Do we go pool here for many doors? I'm trying to think of what else pool accomplishes for us. I mean, it gives us sauna, locker room, and pump room. Does pump room? We don't really need pump room. Locker room could be nice because we have many keys. Do we just take observatory? Kind of don't see why not. Key and Southern Cross. It's pretty good. So we're at 13. Next is 15. Everything is 50% off. is a night room. Kinda don't want these. Especially without a shovel. I'm gonna take the cloister. And then we're gonna go back to dining room. I recognize this isn't the most efficient, but we're so good on steps it doesn't really matter. And we have aquarium. Once again, over 100 steps. Most steps we've ever had for sure. Coupon book. So banana value goes crazy if we go back to commissary. Not that we need to. I think we go wine cellar so we can get these gems back that we spent on the cloister. I was really hoping for a shovel, man. Oh, this is the treasure map room. But we don't have a shovel. Now to find something to dig with. That's hurting. If we don't get a shovel this run, I'm gonna be pretty upset. I'm not gonna lie. More keys, please. Let's go this way first. We don't need the keys right away. Or we do need a key right away, apparently. Chance for green room, or rather, chance for shovel in the green room. Why are you doing this to me, game? I thought I already took office. I guess not. Take some rerolls for the end of the game. It's also a gem, so it's also a reroll. Let's do that. And more footies as well. Give me those. Okay. Back to the cloister. We got a singular door with plenty of rerolls, though. I don't want to lose half my steps. Probably Rotunda just for access. This doesn't accomplish anything for us, right? Just opportunity to turn on dark room, turn off gymnasium. We don't have garage. Garage doesn't do anything anyway. Let's get rid of this dead end common room. Another knight. Oh no, it's just a horsey statue. or you know. Considering this is supposed to be Simon and Herbert, this room is very old, right? Does he just keep buying new hamsters? I was looking at the names of the movies. Okay, we need big rerolls for doors here if we want a chance to win. Pool is basically what we're looking for. I don't want the hallway just because I don't want to flood tomorrow's draft with hallways. Alright, last room and we have a full house. With 143 steps, which means we can go do some like homework now. And sauna's not bad. We don't need the food. We could redraw. This is pretty big freezer. Let me think about this. We can't buy anything. What would we want to buy? The only shop we have is commissary, and that has bananas, gems, and keys. Man, if we could save the keys, that would go crazy hard right now, but alas. Not too much crazy has happened yet. There's still potential for more, but we're not getting a shovel, is unfortunate. Unless we can get one in the solarium right now. I feel like we take freezer for tomorrow. That seems wise to me. We might get a bookshop, and then if we do, we'll have enough money. This is the second time we've gotten freezer ever, so... There's a letter. We really need to set fire to this freezer. I don't know how else to. I guess you gotta like put a furnace or something near it. I don't know. Is this ventilation? It does seem like it's ventilation. I don't know. Oh, and this is the drawing. Do I do this? I feel like I should do this. So, okay. What I'm gonna do, folks, is I'm gonna take another break with this video. And I'm going to spend these 142 steps to walk through as many of these rooms as possible to get the message via the drawings. And then I guess I'm going to go to the study and see if that'll teach us anything. I could do this on camera, but I feel like it makes more sense to do it on my own time. I'm already editing this video, apparently. I already had a break when we got to the master bedroom. So I think we can make this video not entirely... We're also gonna have fruit throughout the house, so yeah, I can definitely explore this more. I'm gonna keep an eye out for the drawings and chess pieces. I'm gonna edit my note regarding the freezer because the freezer is nice, but we specifically need to melt the freezer. Still don't know about the secret garden, secret exit. We didn't go into the basement. We can go into the basement still. We didn't get the antechamber key. So I'm gonna do some stuff off camera, and if anything pops up, I guess I'll just start recording again. I think might be the play. Okay. So yes, I'll see you in a moment. All right, we're back. We're gonna go into the basement here. We're in the foundation. I have done a little bit of notes, but also I took a quick break, and I'm also chatting up my friends a little bit in the group chat. I'm not telling them to give me crucial information, but I'm asking them a little bit of questions. So I have gotten some letters here, and it might be spelling something, right? But then there are also rooms like the rotunda and the foundation. There are no drawings, so I don't know if that means I have to wait until a future run, for example, with the rotunda, and place a room there to make the drawing more apparent. But I'm gonna keep searching throughout. I did ask my friend if I had a king piece in any of these rooms, and he said no. So I'm not gonna try to do chess today. I don't think that's possible, but we do have access to the foundation, hence why we have started this video again. We're gonna go through here, the secret passageway, and we're gonna hope that the raft is indeed accessible, and see what this presents for us, because we have set this up a few days in advance. Sweet. Adjust my mic. OBS has been running for a while. Like I said, I took a little bit of a break. Got a drink, got a snack. Let's see where this goes. So this should be a whole bunch of new info. I don't know if we're gonna get anything else in here. One thing we have to make sure we do is go to the trading post, because we have a full list of inventory, and I'm sure we can trade some stuff. Since we did not get a workshop or a coat room. I know I passed up on the coat room. It's a long tunnel here. Or rather, it's a slow raft, perhaps. It's probably for the best. I'm trying to think of what else we got going here. Not a crazy amount. We got the library. We got some money for tomorrow. Tomorrow's run could be really good. We'll see. I'm not convinced I'm gonna save or solve the study drawing room puzzle yet. It seems like the white beach of sand mentioned in the first Alzara video, perhaps. So we've definitely never been over here. This is called the Safe House Underground. Let's see what we got. Couple bunk beds. Some entertainment. A photo. Who are these people? This looks like Mary, perhaps? I'm gonna put this under... I'm just gonna put... I have a note going. Okay, you know what? I can edit the note later. So I'll do this. Okay, so... I don't know if we've seen this bald man before. I'll have to look through my notes some more. Actually, I guess I can do that right now. Because I feel like if we have seen him, he'd be under the house staff picture. And maybe he has a hat on or something, so I didn't quite realize. I need to maximize this. Let me pull up the picture over here as well. I mean, it doesn't... There is one man who kind of looks like he could be the bald man, except he has hair. So has this implied that it's been years in the future and he's now balding? Delete it. Delete what? I don't even know what to do with this note. Put it in the underground section. Delete what? These look like TVs or something. It's not like a room layout because it's not... What the heck? We got an RPG here? A rocket propelled grenade, like an artillery gun of some sort? Bunch of red furniture. It has now been 6 months. 6 months of living in this air-choked cavern of boredom and dread. 6 months since we said our silent goodbyes to our family. 6 months of planning. 6 months of rehearsal. 6 months of heartache, but no regrets. Everyone who knows me intimately thinks I left the country. Everyone else assumes me dead. Mary. And maybe that's all that is left for us. The long walk and steps leading up to the gallows, a steep price to pay for ideals, I concede, but a price that somehow seems cheaper and less cruel than another 2 fortnights bunkered down here beneath the sand and soot. And yet, as I write this, I have never felt so close to the sky in my dreams. Tomorrow, we will reclaim our birthright. Tomorrow, the crown of Orinda will finally return to Oris. The first step taken is half the journey. May the Black Shores guide us, Mary. That's crazy lore. This is going in the family section. I told you, I knew Oris. I knew Oris was a thing. And I can't help but notice there's a key right here. This has to go to the sanctum. Yes! Okay, we're learning. We're gonna get some stuff finally. I'm so thrilled to be finally doing something. There's just a rifle here. Okay, so it's funny because in the archives there's that story about how Mary disappeared, and then the final page was about the crime heist, and I even made like a joke or whatever that Herbert was somehow responsible for that and responsible for her disappearance. And in a way, that is correct. He hid her underground for 6 months as they planned and were to accomplish their goals. They kitted themselves up with rocket-propelled grenades and weapons, among other things. The Royal Museum of the Grand City of Fen. Getaway car 136, escape route. We got it all timed. 124 force entry while White's going in through this way. Roof access, question mark? White Pharaoh Marigold 105. Oh, these are the people. Okay, so they're giving us names here because Marigold, yes. And Manning, so there's 4 people. Decoy car. Guard security door. Thankfully we have note security system controls. Closed exhibit. Portrait room. Learson gallery. Portico guardhouse. Closed exhibit. Both Learson Hall and the main concourse feature a number of quote closed exhibits which are reserved for upper tier elite patronage and are not currently open to the public for admission. So that's where they're trying to access, of course. Learson Hall. Or the main concourse, Learson Hall, the restored original home of Prince Learson, donated to the city of Fen upon his death, now serves as the Royal Museum's beautiful West Annex. Moonside Courtyard, quietly hidden in the west end of the grounds, tucked away from the bustle of the guided museum crowds. So is this Learson Hall? Yeah, this gotta be Learson Hall right here, but they don't actually show it on the map, so they had to draw it in. Garden pathway. Enjoy a leisurely stroll. Free to use without ticket purchase. Museum station cafe. Further west, the Royal Museum's dedicated, now defunct train station sits and has been converted into a restaurant for our patrons to enjoy after visiting the museum. It's cool. This would be too easy to track, literally, talking about the trains. Got a decoy car, the main concourse. Ascend the historic steps and be a part of history. The Royal Museum's main concourse, built is spelled wrong, on the former estate of Prince Learson, has served as the realm's central hub of art and culture for over 100 years. Public exhibits. One ticket grants you access to all of the Royal Museum's public exhibits, most of which celebrate a legacy of artists and paintings showcasing the royal color red. So propaganda is what you're saying. The Tiskin Monument of the victorious King Tiskin, adorned with sword, shield, and wings, made to commemorate the end of the War of the Fifth Era. Museum grounds open to the general public. Host a variety of verdure, as well as a number of sculpted pieces of contemporary art. Verdure? We ask that the guests please confine their exploration to the pathways. I think that's it for this, but it's further confirming our theory, or slash the actual story, that Mary, as well as whoever White and Pharaoh are, were planning a heist to reclaim their birthright, the ruby
The crown ruby of Orinda, I guess. For King Oris. Who, we don't necessarily know who that is yet. But I'm assuming it's one of these people. We can go back and... One of these guys is Pharaoh, and one of these guys is white. So you have to assume one of these guys maybe is the birthright, or maybe even Mary herself. It makes sense that it would be Mary herself, but I don't know if... I don't know what her ambitions are. We seek what's in the shade of truth. May the black shores guide us. And we got a key that we can use in a moment later, I think. Royal Station. The Orinda Aries train metro. So Orinda Aries did have trains. And then Fen Aries, once that became the country, they made all the trains go defunct. Major stops. You are here at number 8. The Royal Station. The Royal Station, aka this used to be where the royal grounds were. Like, Mount Holly was where the royals were in Orinda Aries. Mainway Station. What about 7? Angel Tower. 14 is Trinsdale. Is that where Reddington is now? 3 is Aries Crossing. 2 is East Depot. 10 is Tanner Fork. 15 is Canyon Pass. 16 is Borderline. 1 is Royal... Nope. Oris Train Hall. 13 is a dead end. Okay, 6 is Lumberfield. 4 is Ruffington. 11 is West Depot. 5 is Fen Central. And 12 is Orindia Station. I wonder if this matches up with the other maps we've been seeing. Let me see if I can find one. Not that y'all can see it. Actually, in the books. Oh, I didn't copy the Reddington book. That's not exactly what we wanted anyway. Actually, we're looking for the school. Is it the school map? I don't remember where I put all this. I sorted it into sections, and now the sections, there's too many of them. Actually, I think I put it in like the country section. That would make sense. Okay, so I'm looking at the geography map of grade 2 Fen Aries. I'm trying to see if anything matches up. Okay, so Fen Central. Yes, this does match up, exactly. Mount Holly is here. 7 is the Angel Tower on the map, you can see it. 1 is Oris Train Hall. This is where the city of Oris was. I don't know if it still exists. Probably does. And then this whole area over here, particularly 5, is Fen. You can see the lake here. This is Morning Bay, and then the river. And then down here is where... Actually, Colossus Orinda would be even more south down there. Orindia Station. Okay, so this does match up. And again, it confirms my theory that Mount Holly is like the royal grounds. And these trains never work, so there's no reason to be here. Man, I'm... This game's crazy. Delete it. I don't know what this one could possibly mean. There's like 11 boxes. And one of them has an A in it. I saved that somewhere. I'm hoping I did. I probably saved it in the underground section, right? Yeah. Well, okay, so we got at least a new lead. We can use this key today. I think we're done down here, though. I don't know if I wasted steps there, but I'm not too concerned about it. I think, yeah, there's not much else we can do down here. I just don't quite want to go yet, you know? Forced entry was scratched out from 105 to 124. Huh. The closed exhibit. Well, this is interesting for sure. Okay. We go back. And I think I'm gonna... Oh, there was no cutscene. I kind of expected to be one. So we cannot drain the reservoir until we have a pump room or a boiler room going to the pump room or something like that, I think. I don't think there's a reason to do that, to like go back down into that tunnel anymore. Like once we got the lore information there, it is kind of done. This time let's not fall through the earth. That would suck. Let's avoid that one, shall we? I was gonna say I was gonna end the video, but we're right here, of course. So first things first. Let's hit this. So we could go to room 46. Problem is, I don't know if room 46 is gonna end our run if we do that. I was gonna say, did none of these... This key will permanently open one door in the inner sanctum. Oh, you just have to stand in front of it. Ooh, that changes things. So like everyone's gonna open up a different door. You know what? Let's go to this one. This is the symbol of Araja, I believe. Oh, I need the information. I need to make the sigil for Araja. I don't think I have this information though. Okay, wait, we have a stamp. We have a stamp. Do we have a stamp of Araja? We have Arc Ares. We have Nuance. We have Morajai and Fen Ares. We do not have Araja. What do we know about Araja? The answer is not much, I don't think. Let's go to the book, the censored book, and see if anything about Araja is in here. Also, the first era is known as Ajira, which is interesting little bit, I guess, because Araja is an anagram of that. A land steeped in tradition, the southern region of Araja. Yes, I'm 100% confirming this is Araja due to this book now. But I don't think we're going to find anything too interesting in here. Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a number of supporters due to the fact that Dissolutes IV shared little of his virtues. Defense direction. Together they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arc Ares and Nuance to join their cause, but not Araja. It seems like Araja is a sort of like a safe haven. I want to say Araja is more like a desert area, but I don't know. Okay, so right now I'm looking at the sigil book. This represents academic. This symbol is industrial. This is spiritual. The fact that there's so many of these make me difficult. I'm gonna say it's like, I don't think it's metropolitan or martial. Martial is Fen Aries. Metropolitan might be Orinda Aries. I think we actually see the sigil in the basement for Orinda Aries. I just didn't realize that's what we were looking at. I have a picture of it here. But we've never seen the sigil for Araja. It's basically what we keep coming back to. Or have any idea about Araja until this moment, kind of. This border represents yellow. Okay, so we know the country. We know the country color. There's like, I think we might be able to work backwards and do this. I think the country color is purple. We have the book from the diary, your grandma's diary, Clara Epson's diary, in her ladyship's bedroom, whatever, has the symbol of Araja, the hourglass symbol we're looking at, but it's purple. Let's go to my country notes. And in fact, we have the color worksheet, and Benny here has graciously colored that map purple. So now we go to back to the book page. Purple is not here. Is it pink instead? Green, yellow, white, red, black, violet. Violet. Apologies. I always forget violet's not the... Purple is not the name of it. That's pink, I think. This is red. It's orange. This is green. This one's violet. Okay, so we got one step. It is not this, because this is the symbol of Fen Aries. I feel like each one's gonna be different. I feel like because there's only 3 options, and we know for a fact that the outside is supposed to be violet. Wait, why did it do that? Oh, it changes it. It changes the outside every time you do this. I don't think it's stormy. I think this is stormy. I think Arc Aries is stormy. Yeah, this is stormy. Let's try heat. If this is a desert area, this would be heat. Then we want to change this back to purple, which is verticals and horizontal lines. Okay, so that's poetic. This is tribal. It reset it. They don't want me doing it this way. They don't want you brute forcing it. Which, fair. But I'm gonna do what I want to do, and right now I kind of want to brute force it a game, so let me have my way with this thing. Thank you. Purple tribal. Did we try this one? This is agricultural. It's definitely not martial. Listen, maybe I take a break here on the video again and brute force this like a mofo. I think I'm still gonna record this, and maybe I'll cut it down. It's not martial. Why did it do that? I feel like it clicked the wrong one there. It's gotta be heat, right? Let me look at the other stamps. We can cross out certain countries, perhaps. I feel like Morajai is probably wind, because it's the seafaring nation. But Nuance also is like the airfaring nation. They have the blimp. Arc Aries is definitely stormy. It is not stormy. Maybe because nuance is airships, it's like nice weather. So my two guesses right now are heat or rain, or the weather. So again, this is heat. This is Metropolitan. I don't think it's this. This is academic. I also don't think it's this. I feel like it's spiritual or poetic. I'll be real. It's gonna probably shift again. Oh no, it didn't. Industrial? This doesn't seem right either. Spiritual? Poetic. Okay, so it's not heat. Because it is purple. Or violet. Just want to make sure that my border is correct. It is. Because we can't change the middle. There's 4 symbols in each of these sigils. The middle symbol, the rays, the ring symbol, and then the outer ring itself. The outer ring is correct. The middle symbol is always correct. I know the outer ring is correct. So it's just trying to get these 2 middle symbols, the rays and the symbols, to line up. What is this one? This is snow? I keep looking at the wrong page. This is snow. I don't think a Raja would be snow. We'll keep that in mind, but we'll continue going through. This one's windy. This might be like plain weather. Oops. Sucks that you have to keep resetting the border, but it's their way of making you, like, make sure you know what you're doing. Rather than brute forcing it like I am. I think the answer, it's not Marshall, it's not Metropolitan, it's not academic. But maybe, I don't know. And it doesn't seem like industrial either, but I really don't know anything about this damnation, so that's... This damnation. It's part of the problem here. And it's not this one, for sure. We can try rain. I think my patience is running out for this. Oh. Was I just accidentally clicking the wrong one and that's why I was like resetting sometimes? Quote unquote resetting? I say it's not stormy. We're back to heat. So let's try snow? It's a southern nation, so snow doesn't seem right to me, but we don't know how this world works. It could be along the South Pole, or close to it. I think if there's any of the ones that I'm like dismissing, it might be academic. But I really don't think it's Metropolitan, Marshall, or industrial. Is it windy, perhaps? We haven't tried this one. My brute forcing in this game hasn't been working out very well. it does seem like they don't want you doing it, and you know, I don't blame them necessarily. Because it seems like it doesn't actually reset and I was just misclicking, there's no reason just to not go through every single option. So it is not a spiritual, windy, purple country. It is a purple country, we just don't know anything else about it. Man. Okay, what else can we do? I'm gonna ask my buddy if I go into the... Oh, he's gone. That's right, he said he had to go get groceries. It's fine. Was that my phone? It was... Time is it? This has been 30 minutes of extra video. Okay, I'm gonna end it here again until I go to the antechamber. I'm gonna do a bunch of other things. I'm definitely going to the trading post before we do that, so I'm gonna spare you the time. And apparently this is gonna be a long video. See ya. Okay, we're back at the trading post outside. Let's see what we can trade. I did end up getting most of the letters. We're missing like 10 letters from the drawings of the map. So I have most of a message here, but unfortunately I'm missing enough pieces that I don't think I can totally decipher it. So I'm getting, the first three words are, if we count blank, blank, and then it could be 8, and then it could be like dates, crack 8 safes. Could be something like that. I don't know, man. Either way, let's see what we got here. You can really just choose. Is there a shovel here? My friend lied to me. There's no shovel. Oh, you can choose which item you want to trade. For the gear wrench, oh, we're trading that for sure. What about coupon book? For coin purse? I didn't realize these are my items. Okay, a vault key, coin purse, vault key, coin purse. Seems like keys turn into vault keys, and then money items turn into coin purses. Running shoes for dye. Car keys for dye. Sledgehammer for coin purse. Salt for battery pack. Sleep mask for battery pack. Magnifying glass for battery pack. My buddy lied to me. I ain't getting no shovel here. I have so many things and you're telling me I can't get a shovel? And I can trade that for dice. Oh, okay. Now I can trade the sledgehammer for shovel. I don't understand how that works. This seems weird, but okay. I'm not too upset as long as it worked out. And we still have the magnifying glass, and we have the gear wrench now. Okay, so what does the gear wrench do? Each time you draft the mechanical floor plan, you may permanently adjust its rarity. Well, that would have been nice. That would have been nice. Do we even have any gears today? It seems like we don't, so it wouldn't have been nice, I guess. Okay, we got the dang shovel. Finally. So at the very least, we can go dig up this spot as foretold by the music sheets. So we still have the chess puzzle. We're almost done the drafting puzzle. Although I feel like once we finish this drafting puzzle, as I just called it, it's just going to be another puzzle. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to turn out. At the very least, maybe we get something here, though. Because I feel like this is the spot. It is. You dug up a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add a conservatory to your drafting pool? Adjust the rarity of floor plans in your house. Yes! Yes! Oh my god, yes! Thank you. Okay. Finally. We can make something happen in that regard. Because it's felt like so rough trying to get things going. Oh my god, that conservatory would have helped out so much. I feel like a dummy for playing the past week of in-game days and not solving that earlier. I think maybe we just go beat the game now, because I'm trying to think of like what else we can do here, and unfortunately we just don't have enough information. We can't solve chess right now. We have potential for next run, so I'm not like upset. If we count blank. Trying to see where like I'm missing pieces. Okay, that explains it. It doesn't tell me when that is there. When there's an underscore there. I don't know what this fourth word is supposed to be. So unfortunately, I think we have to end this run now. We could dig up along the way, but we're not going to really get anything. So again, that's Mount Holly over there. And this is probably the path that they talked about, where you can see the estate. I don't think I've commented on this in a while, but the painterly art style is really nice for this game. Oh, I can't put money in there because my accounts are frozen. Okay, we're gonna speed run to the end. Again, there's certain rooms. I guess we don't even need to be digging. We're not gonna get coins. There's certain rooms that we just can't get drawings out of, unfortunately, such as this courtyard doesn't have any drawings in here. This chapel doesn't appear to have any drawings. Unfortunate. Neither does this passageway. As I have alluded to earlier in the series, it does seem like this passageway does have vents, at least. We really just go forward, for the most part. Until we go left, I guess, right now. This one stumped me. I still don't know what this one is. It's like coast, coastline, ocean, shore, beach. Tag 10. Is it cast? In which case it's O? Is this a cast? Do people call dog tag casts? Dog tag cast. And it's giving me NCIS stuff, looking at the cast of the crew of that. Alright, so I don't know, it doesn't immediately pop into mind, but it could be an O in that case. But then the cloister here doesn't have a drawing, and neither does the patio. So where am I going? To the pool. For the door. And then we end this run. Sorry. Alright, I don't know how long this run's gonna be now, but I'm assuming around 2 hours. Let's see what happens when we enter the door. For the second time. We can actually enter the room. Is this Jones? This is my symbol? So it's got the holly and the swan to represent both Sinclair and Epson. But then I have my own symbol here. It's kind of like a music note. Sinclair with the holly, as I called that. Epson with the swan and the spades. Got the rogue moon. Grandfather clock. Got a red wagon with a rose and an apple. This is a reference to the gallery. Or rather, the gallery references this. The secret room is not as secure as you thought. We have your letters. 8 letters, 8 payments, 100 gold, instructions to follow. Okay. A ransom note? I did not expect the ransom note. Probably nothing going on around here, right? Looking for fingerprints. We have your letters. The first key found here on the furthest rank. The second locked tight in the vault of a bank. The third is high up, beneath all the clocks. The fourth down below, beneath all the docks. The fifth key is held by a king on his throne. The sixth in a station left by one of your own. The seventh is major if you draft it quite late. And the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. The first key found here on the furthest rank. So this is rank 10. We found it. The second locked tight in the vault of a bank. Okay, so inside of a vault key. And one side of one of the vault things is a sanctum key. The third is high up among all the clocks. So that's got to be above the clock tower, which we don't have unlocked yet. The fourth down below beneath all the docks. And that's the one that we opened and used. That we found beneath the docks. The fifth key is held by a king on his throne. That's interesting. I wonder if this is maybe the study or something. The sixth in a station left by one of your own. Well, there wouldn't be another one down where we saw the station, so maybe there's another like train station somewhere that we can find. The seventh is major if you draft it quite late. I think this might be referring to the freezer. The freezer is like the best card to draft like last, which is what we did today. But the problem is you want to heat it up, so we don't know how to do that yet. And maybe if we do heat it up, it'll be in there. And the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. Is that implying that if you open up this door... Oh, it's the last door of 8. So like no matter which one's the last one. I don't know, because there's... So we could go back down there. And then we have Bust of Marigold, but she's gone. 8 realms in 8 months. What? Is this like the rate at which... Oh my god. The rate at which Oris took over? Let me go look in my book. I don't think we're gonna find any info here, but this appears to be a puzzle as well. The history of Arindia. I think we need the uncensored book of the history of Arindia. I don't even know if this is how it works. But we can start like this, at the very least. Eight realms in 8 months. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing here, I recognize. Wait, where's the 8th realm? The secret room is not as secure as you thought. We have your letters. 8 letters, 8 payments. 100 gold, instructions to follow. I mean, apparently we're gonna get some instructions later. Well, we could pick up this crown, of course. Crown of the Blueprints. The former ruby crown of Arinda Aerie is recently set with freshly cut sapphires. The first time you draw a red rune while drafting, you may remove it from today's pool. If you do, gain 1 gem and redraw 4 plans. Did it? Okay, so this is not a permanent thing. Did it make my inventory smaller? I feel like it might have. I'll have to double check that. It's funny that you can see my marker up there. Okay, I guess that's it for now. I suppose. Let's go back down to the basement. I can't go this way. Trying to figure out how we do this. We have to go the long way around. We'll open up another one. Maybe we'll find a realm that we actually know in the sigils down below. And then we'll call this a run, because this has already gone on quite long enough, probably. I want to do a new run, but I recognize that I have to pull on all of the threads I can. I don't know why I'm digging again. Okay, we can just go through the Great Hall now. It's fun that the gymnasium has windows there. I guess because it's a tall room. Okay, back into the foundation. So I guess the blue crown is there to reward you for going to the antechamber early rather than exploring the whole house and then getting there at the end. It's interesting that when you get to the end, you don't, like, it doesn't end your run or anything. Also, I noticed at the bottom of the foundation there was a drawing at the bottom of the elevator, and I believe that represents the room above. Alright, once again I'm gonna say let's not fall through the earth. We did it once and I don't like it. I'm gonna do the last door on the right here. I don't think that note we saw is saying if you do the last door there's a key inside, but if there is, we gotta try, right? What is the symbol here? We got the Diamond Nation, which unfortunately we don't really know much about either. Do we even know the name of this country? Looking at the realm book. We do not. We do though if we go to school. Let's go back to school. Diamond Nation is the island nation to the west of Araja. Now we need to pull up that's nuance. Okay, so we actually do know a little bit of nuance. It's a funny statement. A little bit of nuance. In that they use air travel. I need to pull up the sigils again. I feel like we're missing a step almost. Let's try windy. I think this is windy. And then the color, we don't actually know the color of nuance. I believe it's got to be green though. That's the color of the stamp, right? And we don't have any other green nations. Let me go back to the schoolwork. Purple hourglass, orange chevron, yellow spires, red pentagon. Which leaves blue and green. But there's also 8 nations. Let's try green. And this could be like an industrial nation. We don't know much about the inner workings of it. Let's try windy though. Because I don't think it's stormy or rainy. It could be heat. It could be snow for all we know. Let's try windy though, it seems most correct. Then I go back to the book, look for the borders. We're looking for green, which is like hatched, sort of. It's like, I think it's this. And then now we mess around with this. So it's not agricultural. I don't think it's martial. That is metropolitan. This is academic. Industrial. I thought there was a chance it was industrial. Spiritual. Poetic. And then we didn't try tribal, which doesn't seem right either. So I don't think it's windy. Unfortunately, we don't know if the country is actually green, but damn it, we missed one there. I want to say it's not tribal. These are the people who have airships. At least that's what their stamp says. So to me, I'm leaning towards academic, industrial. I'm gonna look at the stamp again. It's like cloudy, but not rainy, I don't think. Not stormy, because that's Arc Aries. It could be heat. I'm not seeing snow. And we did wind. Ugh. What is this? This symbol is the one that Fen Aries uses. And it's supposed to represent fog, I suppose. That Relman runebook all of a sudden sounds very useful. Before it did not, and now it does. I think we may call this a video now. Crap, I just realized I want to go back to the library because I didn't take enough notes of the Reddington book. So I guess I'm gonna call this a video right now. I'm not gonna. You can see the map. You've seen the map plenty of times. I've showed you the map. We can diagnose what happened here. We have plenty of keys. That's crazy. Nothing really crazy happened, but we did accomplish some things. Get slightly further in some of these mysteries. Found some sanctum keys. There's more to do. Our next day should be very good. And we have a new floor plan, the conservatorium. Hopefully we can find use of that. I'm a little upset at how long it took me to get it, but all things considered, think we're doing okay. I'm feeling a lot better about today than I did yesterday, that's for sure. So maybe tomorrow, or like in these future days, we can get chess going, or this drawing blueprint plan, or get to room 46 again and see what else is going on over there, because there's apparently a ransom note. But now, I think I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to take these screenshots back in the library, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, folks. Thanks for watching.